Guys, I stole Hansi Flick's playbook for the game against Celta de Vigo in that victory 4-3. That was incredible. Let's talk about all the good, the bad, and the ugly for this victory from Barcelona. But at this point of the season, like I said on my other video, any W is a W, 3 points, and it's just less games. And the more we go on, the more it feels like we're up against the schedule more than up against the rivals at this point. So, however, you can get to the finish line, that's how you get into the finish line. Let's take a look at Real Madrid. I may do a video on Kylian Mbappe, who got whistled at the Bernabeu, and that seems like a scam right now for Real Madrid. It's literally what it is. And Real Madrid getting an incredible victory against Athletic Bilbao, who they put in 10 subs and still gave Real Madrid a lot of trouble and still, defended really well. Real Madrid didn't know how to open up the score. And of course, in Real Madrid's the luckiest team I'll ever see in my entire lifetime as a soccer fan or as a football fan. It's just incredible like how lucky they are, and they were able to find an amazing banger, almost from outside the box because it was inside the box, but the angle was so weird. And Fede Valverde, just incredible strike, and that's a buzzer beater basically because it was the last play of the game, and scores an incredible goal, and gives Real Madrid the 3 points. And let's be honest, Real Madrid could have dropped points, Barcelona could have dropped points. At the end of the day, they both were able to get all the 3 points, and at this point of the season, however you can get these is how you're gonna get them. But let's get into this video, which is going to be the analysis for the Celta de Vigo. What went wrong? What went right? We're going to be taking a look at the first goal from Ferran Torres, which is or one of the best ball progression players that we are going to see in our team, which is Inigo Martinez, breaking lines, and he is going to get a pass from Ferran Torres, who was actually on the left wing because Raphinha was on the right covering for Lamine Yamal, who was rested, and he was playing on the right, but he's going to drop all the way from the right so that he can get this pass from Inigo Martinez. I thought it was really, really well movement for Ferran Torres, and as we're about to see, I think Lewandowski, one of the things that he does really, really well still to this day, it's one of the things that we are counting on is how he can move players around. In this play, this defender is playing pretty soft, marking because they are both thinking of covering Lewandowski because they think that that Ferran Torres is going to pass to Lewandowski, and the same thing goes here. This CB, instead of covering ground, and instead of covering like I would say this area right here, he is going to just drop deep and defend Fermin Lopez. So Barcelona here doing a really well job of moving defenders around, creating space for Ferran Torres, who ultimately is just gonna take his incredible strike, his incredible banger. I'm amazed of how Barcelona can move around and create spacing for like a number 10. In this case, it was Ferran Torres. Let's talk about the 2 minutes later. What happened? The main thing that happened is that Gerard Martin happened. Okay, so he's in a really really good position right now, defending his marking his man, and for whatever reason, he is just losing a lot of he's not being smart, he's not being instinctive. Of course, the player here is just gonna try to go around you, and he's too focused. His main focus on this play is gonna be the ball, and I think it should be the player, because regardless of what this player does, there's still enough defenders to be able to get to this man, and that's the main reason of what happened. So he gives him too much. See, that's incredible space. So if you are gonna give that much room down the wing, then you're in a heap of trouble because you cannot let this man just basically go free. You know how much space and how much room that is for a player who was fast, and in this case, that's totally what happens. We have a player here who was slacking a little bit, so he was way offside. Like they were really lucky here that Iglesias was just basically walking down the pitch, walking back to the offside line, and he was able to find him. And Iglesias did a pretty good job of staying just behind this ball so that he can get to it. And in my opinion, I think that this is a ball where Chesney, in reality, he should just stay and cover the ground just in case this ball goes through, because he cannot do anything. He should just, instead of going for this ball which is way up. Look at this ball. Look at where it is, and where he's trying to find this ball. He should just he should just stay his ground, stay in his position, and hope that when Iglesias gets the ball, he can get the save. But instead, he goes for it, and it's a gift, guys. It's a gift. It's literally a gift. That there's no other way to slice it. And this play is literally the same thing. And why I want to show this play is because let's praise Chesney, but at the same time, let's give him his flowers. And this play is, again, how is this player so wide open? Why, I'm asking Gerard Martin, why are you here? And the main thing I want to ask is, why is Pedri the closest thing to defending this player when it's your area? Like, again, Gerard Martin in no man's land, same play, guys. Low, these low crosses to the middle are giving us problems, and you guys better know that Inter Milan is going to be taking a look at this and is going to try to play the same way we are playing, Celta de Vigo in this case. And this was a play where we got incredibly lucky. Like this is a play where I think Chesney could have been a little bit faster and more decisive, but he was hesitating because of what the play that he made before. If had he done the same thing, I think he gets to this ball before Iglesias does, and we were lucky not to get scored because Chesney saves it again. And can you believe Kunde had this ball and just couldn't clear it? And actually, Chesney ends up getting this ball, which is quite ridiculous. And then again, so this is another play where Chesney basically saved our asses again on a double play here, and we just couldn't get anything going on offense. We can't get anything going on defense, and this is going to be the 2-1. And the main thing that I want to highlight, because I know everybody's seen this play, but the main thing that I want to highlight is of course the Celta de Vigo players. They knew that long passes are an issue for Barcelona, and they played too deep, and we are playing way too deep here. Like we should have a pretty straight line of defenders trying to defend this style of play. And to be quite honest with you, we should never struggle against a pass like this, because they're gonna make a mistake here. Two players are going to try to get to the same spot. Yeah, and this play, I think the main issue is that Frankie De Jong, he's not a CB, and he's covering for a CB right now. He's literally the last man on the play, and he's trying to. If you're gonna sell out and try to get this ball, you better get it, because if you don't get it, well, that's basically leaving Iglesias wide open to go on a one-on-one, and that's exactly what happens. See, and Inigo Martinez is way too deep. I thought that he shouldn't be this deep in on this play either. He should be switching with Frankie De Jong on this play, and he doesn't do that. And of course, Iglesias, that he just couldn't miss. This was an incredible strike too. I mean, he easily could have missed it. And we actually got lucky that he panicked and he tried to get a hat trick, or I don't know what he was doing on this play, because again, he could have scored from here. We were too soft, and we need to be better on defense. It's just plain and straight. This is another play where I think almost already playing here, and I think that Barcelona is on a new formation, and I think we are trying to play more like a 3-4-3-3. We are missing Lamine Yamal in this play, who is a little bit behind. And to be quite honest, this is a play where it should not be a counter attack goal situation against Barcelona when we literally have one, two, three, four, five, six, seven attackers on this play, and all it takes is a long pass and a mistake from Dani Olmo who tries to pass it to Lamine Yamal. But like I said, Lamine Yamal is way way too deep. I think he should be like around here, and I think Dani Olmo is expecting that, but though that's not excusing him, he still made a mistake. You cannot just pass it there, and he thought he was gonna go there, and all of a sudden, guys, see, we are too deep, too complacent, too I guess you can just say like just thinking that if we just they cannot attack, right? If you just do that, there's no way you cannot tell me that I even playing street like amateur soccer, right? Like if everybody is leaving, the in this case Kubarsi should be with Iglesias one on one. Iglesias is not a fast player. If Inigo Martinez is faster, okay, that's fine. You're faster, bro. Somebody has to be one on one with the only Celta de Vigo attacker, and this is where Barcelona makes a huge mistake. That's a huge mistake. You cannot allow that. You can Olmo makes a mistake, and we cannot be one long pass away from being on a one-on-one counter-attack transition play. This is just terrible defense. You cannot, as a defensive team, you cannot allow that. Not even in amateur soccer. Like I'm just being dead honest with you. Like if everyone leaves, two players will normally stay back, but one of them is playing man on man with the forward in this occasion, and Barcelona doesn't do that, and that's a mistake. This is obviously going to be a triple threat new ounce, something that Hansi Flick tried to do in this game, and it worked to perfection. And that is something that we have here. As we can see, we have Lewandowski, and that is just how Barcelona was able to do kind of a triangle pass, and that's literally how they did it, because Kunde is going to make a progression pass to Lewandowski, who makes an incredible play and pass it to Raphinha, who finds Dani Olmo, who is there for an amazing strike. And to get things spark and get things going, we really desperately need it. And again, what did we have here? Triple threat, guys. That is Hansi Flick's new tactic that he brought for this game, and basically gave Celta de Vigo a lot of problems, because we had three people on the box at all times, three attackers, and they were too worried about defending. They didn't know where to go with this ball, and Lamin Yamal will see that there's three people that can potentially get to this ball, and he's gonna take a cross, and finds Rafinha, and the connection from Lamine Yamal and Raphinha is a thing of beauty. How many times have we seen it? It's just incredible. We did it in the Champions League. We're doing it in La Liga, and it's just incredible. That was the 3-3, and Barcelona was back in this game, baby. Like just in no time. When Barcelona was pushed up against it, Barcelona rose to the occasion, and this team is so resilient, and we have seen it against Benfica, we have seen it against Atletico Madrid, we saw it against Celta, we've seen it against Real Madrid when we were down 1-0 in the very first El Clásico game. A lot of important games for Barcelona, and Barcelona is able to come on top in this kinds of game, which is incredible. And this play, Barcelona was lucky not to concede again. Same problem. Even after we tie this game, Barcelona could have conceded in this play again. So there's a lot of things to correct here. There's a lot of things to think about. There's two. I think the main issue with this play is there's two there's two defenders going in one player, and we're basically leaving another player by himself, and no one's playing the man to man. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I am so happy that Chesney didn't go all out here, because had he done the same thing, that would have been a penalty. And I'm just glad that he didn't commit. He had been committing these issues, and these have been converting into penalties. Is that the exact same play? Like, he'll just go all out and take somebody's knees or something. And in this play, Mingueza, I think he forgot he wasn't a Barcelona player no more. I think he tried to clear this ball, because if it was so close to scoring, it was a wide open goal, and just misses the three bars, and incredible. So, and Barcelona gets bailed out by this play that a lot of people said it wasn't a penalty kick. Of course, Madrid players, right? And then yesterday there was a penalty kick for Jude Bellingham, which I thought it was kind of a. I thought it was a pen. I thought, Jude Bellingham gets kicked in the leg. If you think this is a penalty, yesterday Jude Bellingham, that's also a penalty. To me, both of them are penalties. There's no way you can tell me that you can move this player's leg like this and not call it a penalty. And again, Raphinha, guys, ladies and gentlemen, Ballon d'Or type of season, incredible, stepping up when the team needs him most. I think that Raphinha is having a clutch performances time in and time out for Barcelona, coming in every time we need him. We get Raphinha back in his game. He started this with an incredible header. He had two assists in this game. The assist he gave to Dani Olmo that sparked the comeback. Every single comeback that we can think of, Raphinha is being the player who we can count on for those comebacks, and that is nothing to sneeze at. That is something. Let's give him his flowers. Let's give him his dues. A lot of people are hating that a player like Raphinha can win the Ballon d'Or, and I've seen that a lot. There's like a campaign against Raphinha, but the season that Raphinha is having, the moments that he's coming in for Barcelona, that's why he saw him hugging Hansi Flick, is because there's something that they know they're having an incredible season when you have this type of victories. And I think that championship teams are the teams that are gonna win no matter how they get it done, no matter on an off night and an on night, when things are going right, when things are going wrong. If you're still able to win, that says something about a team that has tenacity, so resilient, and so resourceful. And I think Barcelona was resourceful by throwing the triple threat to Celta de Vigo in this game. If you made it to the end of this video, I would like to thank you. I would like to say, please subscribe, please like the video. You have no idea how much it means to me, how much it means to all the effort that I put into these videos, uploading, editing, and all that. If you guys comment your thoughts, it's always appreciated. There's a lot of football, and every couple days we have another game. We have another Barcelona game tomorrow for La Liga. It's just incredible. These games just keep coming at us, and imagine these players being so fatigued and being so tired, and we expecting them to play well and not to make mistakes in every couple of days that they play. It's just nuts, right? If you take a look at the season Mbappe is having, I guess he already matched the game. He already matched the goals from Cristiano Ronaldo's first season with Real Madrid, but he has so many more games, and it goes to show you how many games they used to have and how many games they have now. So that is just another example of how much fatigue and how much we are counting on these players' legs to be able to perform. And at this point of the season, sometimes it's even better to be in two competitions or be in one competition like Bilbao is. And here they rested all the players against Real Madrid because they want to go all out in one. UEFA Champions League, and not the UEFA Champions League, of course, but the Europa Champions League, and that's how Real Madrid has won 15 Champions League, because they sell out on the Champions League and leave all the tournaments aside. Barcelona wants to fight for everything. The treble is still within reach, and Barcelona can really push this through. There's 6 games left in La Liga. There's 3 possible games in the UEFA Champions League, and there's one more game for the Copa del Rey, which we are going to be following. We are be commenting and making videos for the Clásico against Real Madrid. I will be uploading a preview for that game as well, a tactical video. So please stay tuned, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.